everyone. Thank y'all for being here. I really appreciate it. Let's see all we got. Welcome on in Sawyer. Welcome on in Jake Bing and Singers of Val and Chaos and Fine Point. Glad to have you, Sweet Beans. Welcome on in Casper Howells. Welcome on in Fine Point. Welcome on in Eighth Wolf. I'm glad to have you too. Happy Ekin Friday. Congrats on making it through another week. It's been a long week for me. Long week. Last weekend was long. This weekend also going to be long, most likely. But hey, we get through it. But yeah, happy Friday. Hopefully you guys have hopefully y'all have something fun planned for the weekend. Lord knows that I'm probably just gonna go car looking with my brother. So hold up. What the fuck is take on me, but it's extremely bad quality. The name's correct. I'll give you that. I swear to God, Soriel. But yeah, I won't lie, I just kind of survived today. Welcome on to Fatal Planes. Good to have you, Sweet Bean. What's up, Chris?
They say boys to go Jupiter to get stupider, but real men go to Venus to get penis.
You know what? Fair point. Sushi and possibly getting Monster Hunter Wilds. Ooh, nice. To be fair, Monster Hunter Wilds Monster Hunter. I realistically, I have zero plans of playing Monster Hunter Wilds. It is not the kind of game that I personally find particularly interesting. But also, hey, more power to people who do enjoy playing it. And hopefully, you guys had a good weekend. God knows it'll probably take over your life if you get it as into Monster Hunter Wild as I tend to get into games I enjoy. But yeah, we're just gonna do our warm-up sketches. Yeah. So yeah, honestly, I just kind of coasted through today. Did they ever have a week? Also, notably, we will not be joined today by Erratic Phoenix, as he is with his partner, and they're having a lovely, relaxing weekend, which I am really happy for them because they more than deserve it. Especially given how life has been recently for just about everyone. But yeah, this weekend's mostly just gonna be let's see, grocery shopping, car looking at. Super sweet, yeah. And then probably just staying home and cooking. I can't exactly go out and do things on Sunday when my brother/ride is not around. I probably should go about the process of getting what's it called? Rental car. Luckily, I'm of the correct age where I can actually get a rental car without needing someone to co-sign. That's the last benefit you get. You turn 26 and you're able to rent cars for yourself, and then you also lose your parents' health insurance. So America kind of sucks, low key. Anyways, old. Shut up. I'm not. 27 is not old. I'm pretty sure if I called 27 old, all of my friends who are older than me would fucking manifest behind me and kick the shit out of me. Starky is doing his best Neil Buchanan impersonation tonight. Welcome on in, Canopus. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I have no idea who Neil Buchanan is. I won't lie. Gray Feather. Yeah, this motion is. If Starky is old, I'm an ancient werewolf. Welcome on in, Casa. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. What? Tom Buchanan sounds familiar. I just can't place it. Yeah, this motion of where it's going this way. That's the one I struggle with the most. I guess if I could probably reverse it. He used to host a British show called Art Attack, and it was all about promoting art to kids. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool, actually. It's kind of almost like Bob Ross-esque. Because we really didn't do, it's in the States, we didn't really do a whole lot of art shows intended for kids. There's a reason that, the meme of, the frequent-ish trope in, high school media is that the fucking, whatever art program is getting shut down so they can throw more money towards the football team. Great Fitter sounds like a thieves guild name, and I'm okay with this. Honestly, it kind of does sound sick. The final countdown Europe in another room. Soriel, why are you like this? Can't Stop Partying? Wait a fucking minute. Can't Stop Partying has Lil Wayne in it? Welcome on to Ripples. Good to have you, Sweet Bean. And no, I'm not breaking Starky now. I'm saving it for the right moment. What do you mean breaking me? Incredible. The bit is alive. Weezer vid. To be fair, this is Kasai or Swario putting it in, so that the bit is his to resurrect as he pleases. Where are my fucking triangles looking like ass today? The bit is Buddy Holly. Ow, 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 ow. Welcome on in though, not Weezer. I guess that's fair. You know what? I respect these kinds of videos. Also, I don't like the fact that this video is of a urinal. Not one Buddy Holly. Buddy Holly has been removed from the stream. I'm sorry, Buddy Holly. It is time. It's time for the music to die. Pulls out gun. As if fair, it would be time for music to die again. Would be the better joke there. But yeah, I won't lie. Starky, what is the most American state you visited? That's okay. Most American is a bit of an or I was most recent or most. I can't read. Texas, most recent American state I visited. I live in Indiana. Like, you know, I live in the Midwest. If we're talking about like just from the visit point of view, though, welcome on, Roger. ¿Cómo estás? Estoy bien. Estoy un poco. I don't know how to say sleepy in Spanish. Dormimo. Indiana, yeah, unfortunately. I decline to share as I'm embarrassed. You know, it's not dead. If you don't say Texas, I'll make sure that Dr. Pepper revokes your drinking rights. I do think Texas is probably the example of American. Okay, like the thing about America is like American culture actually is like it's not a monolith. Like we very much have like depending on where you go, people will behave and behave very very differently. With Texas, you get the classic. We don't usually say something for sleepy, but we have a word. Okay. Is it cansado? Cansado sounds from. My brain is saying cansado. That's my biggest issue with Spanish. Puedo hablar español un poquito, pero no tengo el vocabulario para practicarlo con hispanohablantes nativos. It's nice to hear que estás bien. I'm doing great. I'm glad to hear that. I think cansado. Okay, so I was right. That cansado is maybe tired. I think cansado is tired in English. I need to practice my Spanish more, specifically the spoken and auditory version. Have you been to Maine before? Anywhere in the Northeast? The furthest Northeast I've been was Boston. You just said adormecido or something, but like that. But cansado is better. Okay, it's like I need to because like I knew cansado. I just for whatever reason my brain didn't like bring it up immediately. It's like apparently like there is like an issue where bilingual people are more likely to have you practice with Gary and Kyoju. I need to hang out with their streams more. Or with Castori. I think Remy Guaguao also speaks primarily Spanish, so that's another place to I got thrown off because I feel like why is the beat offbeat? Oh yeah, me too. Welcome on in, dinner. You good to have you, Sweet Bean. But yeah, there's a lot of people I need to like hang out in their streams more if I want to like learn good Spanish. I'm curious, what have you heard about Maine? People don't really talk about Maine. The closest I've been was like Vermont. and it was very like deciduous forest. Welcome on, Akabor. I'm glad to have you, Sweet Bean. All right, today's warm is just a shit show. I'm gonna be honest with you. This sucks. We're here for you. Can help you with Spanish anytime. I appreciate that. I crashed immediately after eating dinner last night and ended up waking up exactly the same time you started your stream. That's actually kind of wild, but also I'd be fair. It's not necessarily like, you know, unheard of. If the Stephen King books are accurate at all, mean seems wild. Because like, okay, here's the thing you need to know about the United States. Every stereotype you hear about Americans is almost always from rural Americans. Unless it's like very specifically about an urban setting. Like the stereotypes you've heard about like New Yorkers, where like they're very short-tempered, but they are like actually entirely willing to help you if something bad is happening. That's true. Like, and then that is a result of the fact that New York is almost its own thing as opposed to just being part of rural New York. But I went to rural New York and it was on God. It was like this a fucking senile deliverance. We stopped because like I had to piss. Like I was, you know, we'd been driving for like 2 hours and I was like, I'm sorry, I have to go. And we stopped in the middle of this fucking like deliverance ass village where I'm like, we stopped like at a bottle shop. The only public building for fucking miles is an alcohol store. And they're like, oh, you want to piss? Well, there's a wall out back. And I'm like, I'm gonna die here, aren't I? The amount of tree cover you think is in Maine, I can guarantee there are at least 10 times more than that amount. Oh, yeah. So like, if you think of an American stereotype of like, you know, of like the Americans who like are usually like, oh, you know, they're like self-centered or whatever. Usually that's a result of like rural America. Like, okay, so you know how if for those of you who are in Europe, because like this is probably the best way to describe what America actually is like. Um, Over here in the States, we have the stereotype that the British people are very well put together. They're very fancy, which is not true if you're in Europe. The thing is, British people who come to America are usually the extremely well off ones, whereas Europe sees the entire spectrum of British people, and there's a lot of shall we say chavs in that group. Um, it's kind of the same thing here, where like a lot of the stereotypes and like things that you see in America, like the shitty Americans end up being in very rural areas. And if you go to like an urban American city, you'll have a much better experience. I probably would have severely overestimated how many people live in the U.S. outright, coming from a place with so much higher population density. Um, because the thing is, like, we do have a like chavs haven't heard of that phrase in a long time. Listen, I don't fucking know British slang. I'm gonna be honest. I'm vaguely cognizant of some of it. Actually, how many Americans are there? That's a good question. 340 million. Okay, that seems about right. The big thing to know about America, though, is America is functionally the size of like 2 or 3 Europes. Like France and Texas have like almost exactly equivalent area of like how much land they have. Apparently, European folk believe that U.S. healthcare requires you to pay up front. Doctors can randomly bill you on the street, and you have to tip your doctor. Starky, they're giving United Healthcare ideas. American healthcare scares me. Hey, I want to be entirely sincere with you. If you like, if anyone like, if one of your politicians says, "Oh, we don't need socialized healthcare," what I want you to do is I want you to find their address and mail them a pipe bomb in Minecraft. That's a joke. I was a joke. Oh god, I'm being counted to explosions. Fuck. Anyway. Oh, well, hold up. I'm huh? What? No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This the message has reached its intended audience. The way I see it, there's a lot of people on either coast, and there's a lot of driving through, though nothing in between. More or less. So, like, if you know how like Australia, no one actually like lives in the outback. Like no one actually lives in the outback of Australia. So our colditude has possessed Starky for a moment. Listen, all I'm saying is that rich people, should be afraid for their lives because if you are rich enough to purchase rights, you should not be guaranteed them. That is my feeling on the matter. But yeah, so like that's do not ever let a politician be like, oh, you look at how social health care is so unnecessary. No, just like send them to Jesus, make them experience the fear of God. Okay, I need to grab some references. Nobody lives in the outback. Starkey disparaging the whole population of Alice Springs. This is the first time I've ever heard of Alice Springs. I'm not gonna lie to you. A country I live in technically does have universal health care, but in practice it's kind of difficult to actually claim. Oh, God. That's frustrating. I guess to be fair, the fact that there's a public option does do a lot to mean that the private options aren't awful. Send them to see glory. Okay, so I'm trying to get a jump on, oh, God damn it. Fucking... God damn it. I hate YouTube. I hate Google so goddamn much now. I looked up mountain. Hold up. No, this is some fucking conspiracy shit. What's up, Chris?
Name a thing you can fucking do in Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, and South Dakota. Like, is there anything to do aside from live and die in any of those states?
There is exactly one thing you can do. Drink yourself to death. I mean, what? No, I didn't say that. Actually, yes, that does mean that the private options aren't horrible, and you're pretty much set if your employer gives you HMO benefits. But also, I need to talk about the conspiracy ass thing that just happened to me while I was using Google. Why? Why are you like this? I just want to talk. You can't. Okay, there we are. Oh, come on, Mystic. Let have you, sweet bean. Oh my God, rude. So I looked up mountain range. I saw an image that was very clearly AI. And so I added my usual anti-AI tags, which was minus AI, minus diffusion. And when I searched that, fucking Google was like, Google would like to know your location. And I'm like, you absolutely the fuck not. You're allowed to have that. Fuck you, Google. I'm living in a major city in the Midwest. You can go rock hounding for gems in Idaho, as well as the Tetons, calderas, lava tube caves, sand dunes, and mining for star garnets. Okay, that's a lot to do if you're a geologist. Anything for people who aren't into dirt? Also, welcome on Mystic Wing. Glad to have you. This is still the same AI generated image. I swear to Christ. You can cry. What actually does count as the Midwest? That's a good question, actually.
Rats, rats.
What's up, Chris?
Where the rats?
Hey Starky, some kind fellows are knocking on your door. They seem important because they are wearing suits.
I
They really
don't
want
let them
to
in.
talk to you, Starky, so I'm letting them in because they seem like really
do not
good
fucking
news.
do that. Why? No.
They gave me some cheesecake to let them in.
Benedict. Jacques. Anyways, you live in. Somebody clip this. But no, I also live near in a Midwest city. So my general rule for Midwest is, let me pull up a United States map. Plot twist: the suits are fursuits. I feel like the what qualifies as Midwest will depend on where you live. But like let's pull up the states here. I feel like Midwest is unironically like it's actually much more east. Welcome on in, Cam. Cool, glad to have you, sweet bean. You visit the Idaho Potato Museum in Idaho. Okay. So anything up here, like this area is New England. I would consider anything up here to be New England. And honestly, anything across this coast, like I would also consider that to be New England. Pennsylvania is usually considered Midwest. So you have basically the South here, which I would consider like this. The cutoff is usually like around here. This is the South. This is the South area. And then you have to like figure out where exactly like the West Midwest cutoff is. Pennsylvania. My personal cutoff for where the Midwest is, I think it's like somewhere here. Like it's somewhere in South the Dakotas, Nebraska, this kind of area. Ohio's where the Midwest starts. I've heard a lot of people cite Pennsylvania as being being Midwest. Like it's very frequently like, hold up a moment. Let me look up the term Midwest. Midwestern states. Okay, there's actually like a formal list. What's up, Chris?
Hey everyone, it's me, Crisp, here to call all of you bitches out. None of you fuckers remember that it was my birthday today, not Starky, not the fucking mods. No one, why do you all hate me? I am just a cute rat and you can't be bothered giving me a birthday party.
Crisp, that's a good question. Crisp probably has a birthday. I just haven't written it down. I'm 100% Minnesota is as far west as it goes. There is actually a list apparently. The U.S. Census Bureau's definition consists of 12 states in the north central United States. Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, North Dakota, Ohio, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. Okay, so Pennsylvania doesn't make the list. The region generally lies on the broad interior plain between the states occupying the Appalachian Mountain Range and the states occupying the Rocky Mountain Range. That's actually like that's a good way to think about like where the cutoff is. You got the cheesecake by selling me out to the fucking feds. You goddamn Benedict. On a scale of 1 to 10, how mid is the Midwest? It's like a 6 or a 7. Depends on where you are. It's because Pennsylvania is still in the mountains. Okay. It's weird, because like I'd always heard like, oh yeah, Pennsylvania is Midwest. It's like apparently no. I guess it probably falls under New England, but I don't think New England wants Pennsylvania either. I fucking hate. Hold up. Let me look up DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo.com. All right. Let me see if I can find an image on here, because I'm pretty sure DuckDuckGo does not allow AI. Okay, I clipped it. Clipped what? What did you clip? I'm looking for a very particular mountain range, because I have an idea of what I want to draw. It's the Himalayas. I'm assuming that's also probably the Himalayas. We're mountain viewing today, boys. Cheesecake is cheesecake, or it's Chris betraying you? I should make a cheesecake for myself. I can just do that. That's like, there's a horrifying moment when you become an adult where you realize you can just buy yourself or whatever. Like, you can make yourself food for whatever you want. I had a realization where I'm like, I can just make bacon for myself whenever I want. And like, I proceeded to then have like BLTs for like 3 out of the next 5 weeks. It's probably not a coincidence though that if an internet creator I forgot. Starky, New England is a region consisting of 6 states in the northeastern United States: Connecticut, Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, and Vermont. Like, New York is not New England, Starky. Why would Pennsylvania? I thought it says your Midwestern chances are there from Illinois. I'm actually not from Illinois. To be fair, like, it's because okay, there's probably a reason for that. If you're in the Midwest, you are probably in one of the states that just like doesn't really engage socially online, which is like Wisconsin, Michigan, or Minnesota, where like they actually have like relatively good like local environments where people can just interact, which means your options are Illinois or Indiana. In Indiana, people, if you're not from Indianapolis, West Lafayette / Lafayette or Bloomington, tend to be very much on the conservative dipshit side. So they just don't end up going to spaces that like people want to hang out in. I can eat birthday cake for breakfast on a day that isn't my birthday if I wanted to. What kind of cheesecake? Blueberry, raspberry, strawberry? I'm definitely to be fair, any kind of berry fruit. Oh, hold up, hold up, Chris. What's
you
it?
know what time to sing happy birthday to myself because all of y'all fucking suck. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to the best rat Crisp. Happy birthday to me.
Are we officially making Chris
for not wishing me a happy birthday? Anyways, I am
Chris,
going to go cry now.
You've never told us it was your birthday. Well, come on, Chronos. Good to have you, Sweet Bean. With being spring, I'll make blueberry. Oh my god, blueberry lemon is such a good flavor combination. Where's the fucking these mountain ranges they are not giving. They are not giving me what I want. I'm mad. I'm mad about the mountain ranges. Just like the very first rhythm game community I ever interacted with in the internet are folks from Urbana, Champaign. It's an incredibly specific location, yes. These mountains are not serving. Is Christmas birthday on a leap year day? That's a good point. Is like people who are born on the leap year, like when do they usually celebrate it like March 1st? Presumably they would celebrate it March 1st, because copy image. This is the closest thing to what I'm seeing that I want. Approval should have snare-shipped her sooner. If the Snevins ever did speak, she's the last true Snouth-piece. Every Sunday's getting more bleak, a fresh poison each week. We were born, Snick, you heard him say it. They warp out of existence every time it's a leap year for a day. What the hell was the song? Haven't I been sent to? And I'm alone with you. Oh god, not fucking pee-pee. Please, do not introduce someone else to pee-pee music, I beg of you. Men, snaymen, snaymen. And you know nothing about pee-pee lore? I don't. You're correct. I do know nothing about PP lore, and I have no interest in learning. PP music is the music you listen to while taking a whiz. No, don't ask. I don't know what it is, and I don't want to. I beg of you. Hold up. Music to have a stroke to. This is taking me to Snurch. Something sneedy for those main scores. That's a fine looking high snores. What you got in the snables? Leave a lot of snarvin' snaithful. That looks tasty. That looks lenty. This is snungry work. Take me to church. I'll worship like a music to have a beak lobotomy with. Take you to what? Snurch. Snail church. You know? It's where the snails snurship. This is so funny. What the fuck? Have you never listened to Snurch Take Me to Snurch before? No snasters or snings when the ritual begins. With no sweeter innocence than our gentle snins. When the sadness and snoil of that snad earthly sneen, only then am I a snail, only then I am sleen. Oh, speaking of Hosier, I thought I heard their latest record was really good and I probably should go listen to it. To be fair, I actually quite enjoy Take Me to Church. But I do also enjoy Take Me to Snurch. I'm getting so fucking... I'm so goddamn distractible. Sneak you my knife. Take me to Snurch. I'll worship like a snail at the shrine of your lies. I'll tell you my sins so you can snarpen your snipes. Offer me that deathless death, oh good God. It's supposed to be deathless death. Why are you saying sneathless? Girly pop, you okay, girl? Lock, think of the 30.
Wow,
30
so many.
Months, the 30 months of subscribing to my dumbass. I welcome on it though. Glad to have you. There's a delicate balance of how many words have to be snail. I suppose that's fair. You can't snail too hard. Where the fuck? Today is Friday in California. I think it's turned into a Kirby 64
Look, Starky,
song.
jingling keys. Will Starky be distracted by these
God
jingling
damn it.
keys? They are so shiny. Aren't they amazing? Focus on the keys, Starky.
Every time he says California, my brain hears kurwa, which is the Polish equivalent of fuck. I thought that was redeemed. No, this is the song. It's the way it was getting clipped, it was like it kept sounding like kurwa. Oh god damn it. DuckDuckGo, why don't you have good image references for posing? Hold on, I know how to get a furry's attention. I'm trying. I'm stop. So jingle. Fucking pull out the bellies. It's not my fault. Chat's distracting me with good conversation. Show me where your pit's from. Show me where your pit. I cut that one short. And it was so fucking funny. I kept it cut short. What's up, Chris?
I legit blasted its skill up in DOPS for a half hour and nearly won a trivia game by guessing randomly. The power of PP compels you. PP is all the guidance
What
I
the
needed.
fuck is It's Galumpendops? No, I don't want to know the answer to that. I don't. I've never wanted anything less, to be honest with you. All right. God damn it, Google. Reclining is probably what I want more. Oh, this is actually a really good pose for this. I have been rewarded. I have been rewarded for patience. Oh, god damn it, why? Son of a bitch, why can't you be transparent? Man. Look how the energy of this being set over an image of a mountain. It's great, isn't it? Okay, fucking... Rasterize the layer. Wait, no, it's... Wait, what do you mean it's already... Hello? Is it already rasterized? Excuse me? Okay, that will work for now. Can you try I do love the energy of this. Can you try compositing it then? I'll be honest with you. I have I am still actively in the process of figuring out how art software works. So the answer is probably, but also no. Kasai, I swear, now is not the time to be sending borbs at me in this, my time of need, where I'm trying to figure out how the fuck any of this process works. No, stop. Get away. Oh. Deceased.
Spin!
I need to add people to the spins now that I have got some borbs done. What is... I'm assuming this is like a result of like weird JPEG artifacting, right? All right. Oh no, you need to spin. Oh, I thought that the Borb missile explodes. No, it just approaches me at incredibly slow speeds. I will see after seeing the new Shrek 5 trailer, I'm warming up to the Minecraft movie animation. Okay, I haven't seen the Shrek 5 trailer. How is it really that bad? But I love that you actually does have collision with your model. Oh yeah, it actually just boops me. Not a reason not to move to Maine. The whoopie pie will make you fat. Isn't why are you having sex with a pie? I say, knowing full well that a whoopie pie is a type of baked good. It's less than a minute. You can quickly watch it. They did the donkey dirty. If you're confused, making whoopie is an old-timey euphemism for sex. I think people are overreacting over the Shrek 5 trailer. Okay, you know what? We're not getting any. This is why we started. This is why I started Macro March earlier, because I knew this show would happen. All right, let's look at it together. All right, I guess it's 43 seconds. Wait, this can't be right. This is looking AI generated. We need new IPs. Oh, absolutely. We need you know like bag carriers to start funding actual creatives. Why does this look AI generated? It does not look great. It is giving over rendered already. This is okay. This is fine. Oh. I got fucking flashbanged. Hello? Hold the fuck up. No, you don't. What? Because like this is like if we start the very beginning, and like it's like this is fine. This is the classical Shrek style. It's giving AI generated. If only, I guess to be fair, it's not that bad. It's not great. What the fuck? Who and why? This. Okay, so like, as someone who recently rewatched Shrek 2, there is some weird shit in that movie. It never reaches this level of weird shit though. Like this is like weird even by the standards of Shrek 1 and 2. It's fine. It's fine so far. Like that animation was fine. It needed just a little bit longer. Cause like if we they aged our boys so much. To be fair, it's also been like almost a decade since like Shrek 1 came out. So it makes sense that like I do think they straight up like, okay, hold up a moment. Let's like zoom in on Donkey's head real quick. They broke his neck. His neck is fucking like he's been decapitated. Like the wrinkles look so weird. Rip Donkey. He literally died. He literally died for this trailer. The facial expressions are also just like, I don't know, man. Donkey looked like he can file for a pension. I mean, when you're sleeping with a dragon, yeah, Shrek's face rigging here feels like it's the same as the Smurfs guy. It's just, it's not nearly as bad as, okay, people are like, whoever said like, oh, like I'm warming up to the Minecraft. No, the Minecraft animation is genuinely unforgivable. This is just like uninspired. This is like like the Minecraft animation is like someone who has never viewed an animated anything was like in charge of it and was like, oh, this is what people like. You know, you got to be true to the original, and it's like, no, you have to adapt it so that way it looks not fucking eldritch monstrosity on screen. Like, I think it's right because it's falling back to the modern design. Yeah, like this is fine. This is like a. By no means is it great. Just like let the series die. But also like, well, Minecraft does have eldritch monstrosity undertones. Yes, but that's not supposed to affect the fucking sheep. The sheep aren't supposed to be the source. This image does have an AI feel for some reason. It's something to do with like the extreme over rendering. Because like if I'm looking at it, it's like this is too. You're giving too much, for sure. Like I think that's one of the big things with like the way corporate art styles kind of are, is they either give way too much or way too little, and this is giving way too much. Also, there's something to do with the fucking lighting. Something about the lighting here feels wrong. I can't put my finger on it. I think it's because like if you look like, okay, the light source here, so it implies that there's a light over here, like, you know, off in this direction. But there's also like none of it here. Like she's just like almost is like, you know, it's like the lighting doesn't know what it's fucking doing, which is like kind of some kind of extended visual metaphor of whatever the fuck's happening here. You were 9 years old when the first movie came out. Oh, absolutely. To be fair, I think that's like one of the biggest like recurrent frustrations is like kids absolutely can tell if a show is good or bad. The fact that people are like, oh yeah, kids love Bluey, but they hate fucking what's the one that everyone hates because it's problematic because of the one with the dog, the one with the cop dog, cop propaganda. I can't remember. Welcome on a resume. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. What is that show called? It's for children. I can't remember. What is?
You know what? Welcome on to Magic. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I'm currently borbing while I try to remember what the fuck. The Paw Patrol. That's it. That's the one. Paw Patrol. Everyone's like, oh yeah, Paw Patrol. It's like, why aren't kids enjoying Paw Patrol? And they go fucking watch like Bluey. And Bluey's actually written by people with a desire to tell a story. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I'm glad. I'm glad, because, you know, kids actually have a sense of taste. Kids understand when you're throwing shit like you're just giving up. That's like one of the, like, you know, that's one of, like, the most damning... Oh, hold on, what the fuck happened? What's up, Chris?
Honestly, they could have just used the game to make the Minecraft movie. It's genius, professional Minecraft builder, and skin maker gets paid good money to make assets for the movie, and it doesn't cost too much.
Well, yeah, but like... I would... To be honest with you, it's all a circle jerk. I'm gonna be honest with you. Everything that's, like, done at scale nowadays is a circle jerk. So it's pretty popular with kids here, I don't know. But, like, you know, I very rarely do I hear kids go like, oh, it's Paw Patrol. Also, if you're new here, someone has redeemed a time loop, and by someone I mean Cam Cool, who's redeemed a time loop, which means that we're playing Coconut Mall, but it never starts, and each time the loop has a 1 in 13 chance we escape, and if we don't, we go back into the loop until we finally make it out. And yes, this has gone for as long as 15 minutes before. I don't know why I still have this redeemed. Oh, thank God we're free. But yeah, also kids are like, don't know English, and so they just see cute dog series, cute dog kid series. What's also like the thing with like, because like the people who put on the media for kids are adults. Welcome on, Yonu. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Time loop until chat learns its lesson. Until chat learns its lesion, actually. You see, that's the fucking shit. Like, people give me shit, oh, Starky, why can't you fucking read? It's because if I read it shit literally, sometimes y'all have typos. I gotta interpret the shit live, and my fucking brain's too art-pilled. I'm doing okay, just very tired and enjoying the stream. Well, thank you for hanging out, you sweet bean. What is English? English is, it's 3 languages in a trench coat. But then they won't have inflated budgets. The higher ups can pocket some of it.
You're the one being sus. Dead ass.
Like,
I was just trying to make some friends.
Franz? No cat?
I'm kind of in the world where I'm just like, what is the purpose of the modern day economy? Because it's not for the people. That's not been the case for a while. Hope you're doing good as well. I'm doing okay. Bit of a wacky wild weekend, but we're vibing. We're getting through. What is this? Why is this song called "Is This Bird Dead"? No cap is not a question. What the fuck? To self destruction. I don't know. Now you noticed. That's the beauty. They already pocketed the current budget of the current Minecraft movie. You say no cap to say you're not lying. Yes. Wait, did I use no cap incorrectly? I might. I listen. Big brain fry. I'm trying to my heckin' best. What's up, Chris?
Where the rats?
Starky, I asked the librarian for an author of dinosaur novels. She said, Triceratops.
Triceratops. No, actually, one English reform reportedly was intentionally convoluted so that only higher class folk could speak proper English. No, the what language? Oh, okay. I was about to say, it's like, I don't use no cap that often. And usually, like, when I do, it's like more of an emphasis point of being like, yeah, I'm not making this shit up. One English reform reportedly. Okay, that doesn't necessarily surprise me though, because it's weirdly like, because it's one of those things where it's like you're trying to control a language to control ideas, which also, what is Gen Alpha is coming? Gen Z versus Gen Alpha the musical. Me after I found out how the U.S. national anthem was written, it was literally written as a poem by a guy who watched bombings. Chad, is this a skip? I was like, I can't believe that Gen Beta is already here. I'm sorry, this is too much of a meme for me. Time flew by so fast. It's more of the melody was written to be intentionally difficult to sing. I suppose that's fair. To be fair, it's not even necessarily that bad. The big issue with singing the national anthem is just you need a pretty reasonable upwards range. In a few years, Gen Gamma will be here. I can't wait for Gen Sigma. Wait, I think Sigma is the next one. Alpha, Beta. No. Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta is the first four. I think so. I'm not Greek. I got, you know. Yeah, Gamma is the next letter. Perfect. Okay, let me try something a little bit. We're trying. Let's try something boxier, like to make sure I'm doing like because we are doing a little bit of image Gen Charlie, or imagine Gen Charlie. Sigma's pretty down the far the Greek alphabet. Oh, okay, so we're never gonna reach it. Unfortunate. My condolences to the hypothetical Gen Sigma that will never be. No skibbity Ferrar. Casa, what the fuck does that mean? Hopefully Gen Delta will be the Delta needed to change the world. I mean, realistically, we're all gonna live through like a major, economic collapse that potentially destroys the planet, so happy thoughts. Contentedness. On board. Casa, for real though, what the fuck does that mean? I'm actually like so thrown. We'll probably get Gen Star Children before we get Gen Sigma. I guess that's fair. I guess they'll be on track for a Star Trek world. I suppose that's fair. To be fair, remember how in Star Trek World, how they created a socialist utopia before discovering extremely important technologies, and let's all just like take a moment to consider the implications of that. 21st century was not good. With the whole intergalactic travel, look, I had to survive everyone texting like it was the 2010s Kasai and Star Trek. Hey, it's true to form. They knew what they were writing. Song got me over here. Like this song is actually like a jam for sure. God, the thing with fucking macro micro shit is you have to consider so much perspective. Even more than normal, you have to consider perspective. Actually, fair, it's like the Horizon Line. How the fuck does Horizon Lines work with mountains? Where's Delos when you need him? Louis, welcome on in, Raiders. Good to have ya. For those who don't know, I'm StarkyMorph, Big A Chaos Coding Internet. Various stream live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 PBST. Mostly I play indie games. Have you tried thumbnailing first? I guess I haven't. This is kind of like my process of thumbnailing. Raiders from the welcome on in. Glad to have you. Welcome on in. Thank you, Stinky Boobies, for the follow. Incredible name. Don't mind the bird. He sticks around longer than he's supposed to. Chew. Yeah, he's fine. Welcome on in, though. For those who don't know, I'm StarkyMorph, Big A Cast Coding Internet. Variety streamer live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 PBST. Happy early macro March. Yep, that was the plan. I'm working on a macro March phase, so. OST from I didn't even realize that song was from Yokai Watch. Hayora Konde is from Yokai Watch. That's pretty cool, actually. But yeah, we are vibing. I'm currently trying to work through the process of thumbnailing. Like, hold up. Spiral Blaze Gamer, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Live Chat. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Okay, I need to increase brush sizes. Did you get a new avatar? I did. I got it. It's been about a month now. Welcome on, Ash. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. We did get a shout out for Louise. What were you up to? Were you also up to art? Oh, you're playing Amber Isle. That game's adorable. Are we macroing? How are we macroing today? It's going all right. I am currently in the process of trying to figure out how the fuck perspective works on a macro piece. So you know, the pain and suffering as is tradition. Cute bird model, ooh, yeah. This is not my Peepo. He did a spectacular job. I'm glad to finally be able to finally be able to like use it around. It's just bigger perspective. But I got a new PC and got to try a game I've been wanting to try for so long. Amber Isle is adorable. Do you have a favorite dinosaur so far? Because I love that game to bits. I had to fact check that. Yeah, Hayora Konde is not an OST for anything. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure it was okay. I'm trying to figure out like it's something like this where it's like, well, Emerald, thank you for the follow. Welcome along. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. All right, let's just see. Hayora Konde is just a song that got popular for not a not very popular meme, but very good one. Oh, Hayora Konde is a banger. Okay. Shit, wrong layer. Certified wrong layer moment. Why is it? I'd love to be here more, but I gotta be hopping off. I need my dinner and post-stream care for sure. Thank you for stopping by, you sweet bean. Take care, Stark, and enjoy Macro March. I'm gonna try my best. At first I thought get them, yo, which was a lyric from Yokai Watch. Oh, okay. I know the Bling Bong Bon Born song is from an anime, though. Yes, that one is from Marshall. Okay, so I think for pose, I want the, like, arms behind head style, like, just kind of relaxing. So I need to kind of consider about where I want the head. Because, like, I actually, like, I could probably, like, I think hips right around here. I'm sorry, the world already moved on to Otonoke. Bling Bong Bon Bom is so to 2024. It's made by the same people. Both songs are from Creepy Nuts. Isn't it just pronounced mash? I thought it was, I know the, wait, I actually don't know. I thought it was Mashal. I need to watch season 2 yet. I enjoyed season 1. It reminded me a lot of, like, One Punch Man. Otonoke is also from 2024. Yes, but late 2024. There we go. Think of the pet, Spyro. Bird noises. Actually, what if I developed a program to seamlessly transition between every dialects chaotically enough to make it painful for anyone to read? But why? Fine, but it's still their latest anime-related song. Yeah, like, why is the important question here?
Rats, we're rats. We're the rats.
What's up, Crisp?
Hey Starky, it's almost March, so you know what that means. Spring
What?
cleaning. Except the only thing that's being cleaned is my bank account.
Oh, are you talking about the spring sales? Because I've been relatively good about, like, not actually, like, doing much in regards to spring sales recently. Like, science, that's a good answer, right? Good enough for me. Rest in peace, bank account. Rip in peace. Most of my Steam purchases are rhythm game DLC packs. Oh, what's your rhythm game of choice, if I can ask? Lay's Chips, welcome on in Gigantic. Let me have you, sweet bean. Could you shout for Giganta? Hey, Giganta, how excited are you for Macro March? Oh, look at that Borb. It is the time where all of the macro people get to truly enjoy. I'm about to say shamelessly, but I don't necessarily know if there's any macro person out there who's ashamed of being into macro. I got a planned subathon for March. That makes sense, actually. In this case, DJ Max Respect. Oh, what was it? Okay. Maybe I can get a cute Aether macro piece. That would be adorable. I would love to see that. Why does this sound so familiar? Is this from Okay, it's Tantalus's theme. So I probably just heard in, like, a video essay or something. What is Macro March? So, like, there's usually, like, artist things. Like, there's a lot of, like, artist prompts in various months. For it's like, oh, you know, if you don't know what to draw this thing. And March is macro stuff for your art prompts, basically. Not me thinking of immediately one Twitch creator when macro is mentioned. To be fair, there's a lot of furry Twitch creators that are into macro. Welcome on in, guys. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. What is macro? Drawing a character who is outside of like the expected size. So like, you know, for example, this mountain here isn't just background like image. I actually plan on having Starky lean against a mountain. I was like drawing Hagrid, usually a little bit bigger than that. Starky being 10'6", that's a macro. Oh, come on, the Lost Dog. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Oh, it's like Skyrim Giants. Yeah, that's it. So it kind of varies. There's some people who go like extra big into the realm of like galaxy, or sometimes I've seen like they represent the concept of reality, and the macro is bigger. I'd say macro starts halfway a building. I would say for me, like macro, I would say like starts anywhere above 9 feet. Mount Lady from Hero Academia. Think way big from Ben Big. From Ben 10. I thought macro was the Apple laptops. Building size is what I expect macro to be. There's definitely like some room for interpretation. I think everyone's expectations are going to be slightly different. Sorry, I don't compute American measure. 9 feet's about 3 meters. 3.5 meters. I know macro is a size difference thing, but I don't really realize people literally size themselves up to the size of Cho, Ginga, Gurren Lagann. Well, because it's one of those things where it's like it's very much just it's very dependent on who exactly is getting the piece done. Oh, I don't know if DA has spoiled my sense of size. 3 meters is pretty tame. No, that's where I'm saying like that's where macro starts. In my mind, that's the beginning point of macro. Macro has to be able to squash you beneath feet. Like for me, that's that. Like I'm like yes, okay. So if you're trying to claim being macro and you're below like 3 meters, that's like okay. You're just especially big. What is the Venn diagram between muscle growth and macro people? It's not a circle, but there is significant overlap. I would say like this is probably muscle growth people, and then like probably like this is like macro people. There's like significant overlap, but they're not necessarily one and the same. I would say it's like 1/3 of overlap. Okay, check DMs. Oh my god, I'm not gonna make any progress in art tonight, I swear to god. Okay, why are you sharing this with me? Is this the meme? Is this the meme? Because like, if memory serves, the guy who actually got a bunch of Wonder Bread commissions actually turned out to be like a huge bigot. If memory serves. Can I send Starky for IRL meme that just makes you go, oh no? Oh, okay, that's why. I didn't read that until just now. I'm like, why is nothing about this feels right? I guess because it's like, hold up. Starky, when will the drone stuff be done? At the current rate, probably never. We will see though. Okay, so that's okay. I'm doing the pose myself to like see if I can figure out like what I'm doing wrong. There we go. But this is some jazzy jazz. What the fuck is this? Carrot Carrot by Sabram is a banger. I'm here for it. But yeah, no. Unfortunately, like I just like art is such a slow process for me. Unfortunately, that like I need to take my time with it, or else like I end up with a product I'm not happy with. Well, we have to do some basic ideas down so we starved artist communities can get some sustenance. Please take your time. Yeah, I'm fine. It's just it's one of those things where it's like it'll happen when it happens. Okay. So like some amount of this is needing to keep in mind perspective. Welcome on in, Gladiator. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Can we show up for Gladiator? Also, I believe Astral, oh no, it's the water. Can we show up for both Astral and Gladiator? Two heckin' super sweet beans. Also, it's also Astral. I'll be honest with you. I only realized. Oh, hold up one moment. Kronos, why are you pressing the button? I do say this channel will start to get some bombarded with things from chat while attempting to do art. That's me. That's me. You press the button. That's me to chat. But I'm like, I'm trying to get some art done. I swear to God. Also, I didn't realize that. Back to what I was saying. Actually, I didn't realize that you and Barrick were dating until Valentine's Day. So, congratulations. I don't know how recent that is. I tend to be fucking incredibly oblivious to like what people are people who are actually dating. Like I think Valentine's Day is also when I realized that like Ludrin and Strangey were dating, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Gladriel is sweeter. Yeah, it's not a competition. Okay, so this is going to be the focal point. There we go. To be fair, we never did like a super announcement. We told the people very close to us, and then just started being public about it. That's fair. I mean, that is I think the way to do it. You're nightly reminder to hydrate. Hydration is important. Borb. Just sing a whole song with word and word. It reminds me of something that said a lot here, where you just need to be on camera pretending to talk. You just mouth watermelon repeatedly. Watermelon. We made it to the 6-month mark earlier this month. That's awesome. Congratulations. Oh yeah. I tend to be like incredibly oblivious about that kind of stuff, so I like, you know. Starky, why did you draw yourself rocket boobs? I'm doing perspective. I'm making sure the perspective is consistent across the entire piece. There's some pointy Tomb Raider boobs. Still not Harley. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Flapjack. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Listen, you're not wrong, but also it's there because this is gonna be the perspective point. So far, it's StarkyMorph. I'm trying, man. Art's hard. Okay, how big are we talking here? I need to do the artist trick where like I make sure that the head size is consistent. It has the ability to morph into sticks. Those 1950s rocket disc. I swear to God, y'all. Okay. So, yeah, it's about a head in height. One here that takes you to just about the bottom of the chest. Then one here, so this would be the belly button, which means right around here is so like right around here would be the okay, belly button, like yeah, right around I think here-ish is where the shoot, the hips would be, Welcome on, Subi. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Got a plate of noms? Ooh. Look, it's the Tomb Raider mountain boob. Gondor calls for AIDS. Oh my, calls for aid. I swear to God. This, huh? I would have definitely put it further down, but huh? I'm pretty sure they're more than roommates. Den. The costume Gravity Halls or Gravity Falls, they definitely like they aren't written to be explicitly gay, but they definitely are giving. They are they are much more than just friends. Entirely unintentionally, but it is really fucking funny. Okay, so if this is horizontal, then I think it would be, yeah, right around here. There we go. Like two guys, I'm oblivious. A guy and a girl, I'm oblivious. Two women, I can immediately smell the romance. To be fair, that's because like lesbian romance end up and like are usually very intense. The author was super smart, dancing around all the Disney bigotry limits. If anyone has watched Gravity Falls, if anyone has not watched Gravity Falls, oh, Gravity Falls is great. It is a huge recommend for me as well. Is this composition correct? Let us give it a quick, like... Hmm. Okay. Notably, Adventure Time was an exception, but my defense, Adventure Time is long. Adventure Time is a very lengthy series, for sure. Wrong layer. Wrong layer moment. I hate it. I hate it. I can never escape my own fucking wrong layer moments. There we go. I fell off Adventure Time and forgot watching everything after season 5. But to be fair, my friends have been watching me old cartoons that are like well known that I've missed. Apparently, if you search for Aether Wolfham Trains, uh, nothing is found. It basically took the series finale to get a kiss. That romantic subplot cooked really slowly. Well, to be fair, that's because like as we saw with what happened with Steven Universe, Cartoon Network is fucking mortified by the idea of ever having an on-screen gay cast. Like it was bad. So the like okay, so like for those of you who know the story, like what happened with Steven Universe is that the finale of the second to last season ends with a major plot point happening on so basically there was an episode dedicated to the marriage of two of the gems, and basically Rebecca Sugar, behind the back of all of the fucking Cartoon Network executives, took that episode and made a very like essential plot point happen, basically where there's like a huge invasion from a bunch of gems. And yeah, Cartoon Network was not happy, and they basically very quickly canceled the show right after that, because like basically what was supposed to be like a 2-season, like they basically only got one last season, and they had to wrap up everything. So if the last season of Steven Universe feels rushed, it's only because it extremely was. What I did want to watch Infinity Train, but it's apparently lost media now, and you have to pirate to even acknowledge its existence. Yep. Okay. I'm relatively happy with how this sketch is going so far. Yeah, even the creators themselves were mad about it on social media. This decision explains so much. I heard the different story that Rebecca Sugar was told a lot of international funding would be cut. No, like they were hard, like they were explicitly saying, like the Cartoon Network executives were explicitly said, like, hey, if if it happened, like if like a lot of people lost their jobs because of that situation, and the episode didn't even air in like China and Russia. Welcome on, Gadget. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I feel like the ending would not have drawn as much flack as it did if Steven Universe got another season to lead up to the ending. Oh, as someone who's seen the series in its entirety, what's up, Chris?
Fun fact: Sapphire and Ruby gems are actually in the same gem family as Emerald and Gaunt. As barrelites, they have the same gem properties, barrel-shaped and alters light based on the angles.
Huh. I didn't realize that you knew so much about gemology. I love Infinity Train. Funny how the location of the backrooms photo and the setting of the Infinity Train were the same, being Oshkosh, Wisconsin. But yeah, no, because it's having seen the series now in its entirety, it's very clear how rushed the finale of the series is. It's pretty clear that like the series was massively rushed. Take the fact as you will with the Steven Universe. Thoughts on future StarkyMorph? I haven't seen Future yet. It's funny how in China and Russia they dubbed Ruby as a man to make it less gay, and that was another thing. They specifically made Ruby wear the dress in the wedding. Ruby wears the dress and Sapphire is in a suit. They could not meaningfully have dubbed it without it being extremely confusing to Russian and Chinese audiences. It was basically done as she did as much as possible to make it impossible for them to air it without it being without the entire series basically revealing a major writing modification that had been made for those two regions. It doesn't help that Ruby is coded as a masked lesbian, but she wears the dress on purpose. Oh, 100%. That was a noted decision by Rebecca Sugar to do that. Pretty sure that Sapphire is the dom top in the relationship. Oh, absolutely. we see that with the episode Butterflies. I can't remember what the name of it is. The Here Comes a Thought. No, that's Here Comes the Sun. How does that one go? Here comes a thought that might alarm you. Something they said and how it harmed you. I'm in the wrong key. I'm definitely in the wrong key. I have to finish an essay and then take a multiple choice test. I'm gonna lurk. For sure. Thank you for stopping by, you sweet bean. Best of luck with your classes. Here comes the thought that might alarm you. Something they said, and how it harmed you. Something you did. Since we know how to keep surprising Ruby in the bedroom. I hate it. I hate it here. Okay, that's actually correct. Like we're like it's a little bit. Welcome on in, Reagan. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I'm looking at this and I'm like, this technically, I guess to be fair, like based off of the way that this is structured, this should be a little bit longer and a little bit bigger. Yeah, it doesn't help that the name of the episode where it's from is kind of difficult to remember. Mindful Education. But yeah, no, like the series definitely got shafted at the very end, which is why I'm glad that I guess to be fair, Steven Future and or Universe Future and the movie do a lot to probably help amend that fact. Okay. All right. All right. Nope, that's not right. Mew and the Poke Rap. I do love the Poke Rap. It is so much like emblematic cheese of its time. Hmm. And then okay. Hey, Stark, you got a Switch, right? I do. I'm probably not gonna get a Switch 2 though. You know the Pokemon Puzzle League game? No, I actually have no idea what you're talking about. And I'll be getting the Switch 2 and streaming Mario Kart on release. I I definitely I want to, but I also like Nintendo's done a lot of shit recently that's just been like, why are I'm just like frustrated with Nintendo, so I'm like I'm probably gonna take a break. You know. Okay. There we go. Should he add you on Switch sometimes? I've been adding friends for my gaming stuff again. I probably should. Like, to be fair, I don't use my Switch very often anymore. Okay. I was saying I'm gonna win it over and over. I also want to play the new Legends when it comes out. I'm getting new Legends game. Oh, like Legend. Oh, okay. It's like what? Like Red Legends of. I think I know the series. I just actually have not. I've not played any of the games. Is like my big thing. Oh, Art. Why are you such a cruel mistress at times? Such a mean bitch. You see me on there, you're probably gonna see me in Animal Crossing New Horizons a lot. That's fair. Pokemon Legends ZA, if I remember correctly. Hmm. Oh, you mean the... Oh, okay, you mean the Pokemon Legends game. I thought you were talking about, like, because I know there's, like, Legends of, not Mana, but, like, there's a series of games that is, like, Legends of games, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's probably one of those, right? No. Legends of Pizza? God, pizza sounds so good right now. I should have made one of my frozen pizzas instead of making frozen taquitos. I wish I hadn't replaced the pointy crow beak face accessory with a duckbill. Was easy to cosplay as a burb. Pizza Legends when? Not me thinking of Legends of Heroes Trails of XYZ game. It's like, okay, like, yeah, it's like, oh, like, if it's just named Legends, it's like, yeah, that's kind of like the most uninspired name imaginable. But also...
What does this button do? Please, do not push the button. You have no idea what it...
What's up, Chris?
As I always say, it's better to come in the sink than sink in the pond.
Vomit down your throat.
The combination of this music, Crisp saying that, and that button press was kind of a horrifying, like... It's like the universe decided to fucking... to manifest sure awful. I don't know why, and I'm scared. That's why the later games drop the first part and call themselves Trails something these days. Be willing to get Starky in a Pico Park room with Soroil and I. There you go. I went on Soroil being scared of me. That'll be clipped later, too. I don't know, there's something about the idea of being big where I'm just like, yes, being big and contemplative. Contemplative? Thinky. Lieutenant Aku, welcome on in! Glad to have you, Raiders! For those who don't know, I'm StarkyMorph, Big Chaos Crow on the internet, various stream live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 PBST. Mostly I play indie games, however, every Tuesday and Friday we try to do some art here. Welcome on in, though. Glad to have you. What were we up to? You're playing Talented. That I don't think I've ever heard of that. Hold up a moment. I don't think I've ever heard of that game, though. Hopefully you had a good time with it. There we go. I got the proper shout out for you. Talented is so good, I played it on stream. What's it about? Because I've never heard of it. It sounds interesting, though. Also, don't mind that bird. But yeah, I'm getting the jump on Macro March. Because I've been learning art. I started art last year. It's been a slow and meticulous process, and I'm still learning a lot. It's a roguelike with a huge skill tree with lots of talents. Interesting. Oh, is that why it's called Talented? Oh my god, the song started with a detailed burb face. It's an indie gem. The whole premise is you level up and then you go through a ridiculously big talent tree, hence the name Talented. Okay, I'll have to give it a try then. But yeah, I'm getting a jump on Macro March. Because I know, because I still very much am learning, so I was like, you know what? Hey, Let's go ahead and get the jumps. That way I can have this piece ready when by the time March comes around. I feel like chilling the game was good for that. Oh, for sure. There's definitely something nice about having like a go-to chill game. Recently for me that's been Amber Isle. I also enjoy Factorio, but that game is only really chill when I'm streaming it offline. All right, sorry to raid and run, but I need food. All good. I completely understand it. I definitely know like when I'm done, I'm like I have to go get food and also hydrate and also melt in my chair. So thank you for bringing everyone over and thank you for trusting with your community, your sweet bean. Refresh my memory. What's Starky's stance on Pico Park? I've never played it. Yeah, for some reason your Factorio streams end up being chaos. To be fair, like I don't necessarily know. I don't think like my Factorio streams are like that chaotic. It's just like I feel like a lot of time with my Factorio streams, I get so in the sauce that I just like stop paying attention. Pico Park is a very fun time. I saw a game that's like a modern version of Factorio, but the perspective is in first person. I'm sure it was. You're probably thinking Satisfactory. Very fun, Starky. Yeah. No, don't worry. I'm well aware of the implication of that. Basically, being that it's torture made manifest. You basically you've captured just a single drop of the suffering of hell and made it manifest in a video game. Today was the bad day. I heard apparently you were in the bad place for a bit today. But hey, we get to hang out tomorrow, so that's fun. We need to kind of figure out the plans for that. Because I have an update from the insurance that you'll be happy with. I was supposed to be there to cover lunches. I was betrayed. Yeah, Satisfactory. Skiggles was playing it a bit, and they reminded me of playing Factorio. I'm sure how close the games are to each other. They're pretty similar. They're kind of they have a similar kind of conceit, but they do different things in like the moment to moment. But also, what do you like? How are you betrayed? Did the person who was like supposed to be on lunch just like not come back? Because if so, that's some fucking horseshit. No, I was supposed to rotate desks as people did lunches, and they were so busy they just had me stay all day. Oh god. Yeah, that sounds like some horseshit and a half. I'm not. I can't even especially knowing the place you went and like how awful it usually is there. Okay, so that's the back. I'm actually like not great with like side poses like this. I'm kind of figuring it out as I go. That tends to be the way I learn and figure out art though. It was validating that I pointed out to the management something that they were fucking up, and I was thanked for bringing it to their attention. I suppose that's a good thing to have at least. Yeah, pog to that at least. And it's definitely a good sign when you can be like, "Hey, management, you're fucking this up." They were sending people to the shit they didn't need because they didn't understand what the thing they did. Oh, good lord. Well, hey, I'm glad you at least like caught that for them and helped them figure out what was going on. I need to remember that like chicken scratch lines are more okay if I'm sketching. I feel like the eyes are too big. Like the eye is too big.
Wow.
Art's fucking hard, man. I know it's like a surprise to exactly no one, but like this shit, difficult. Oh, yeah, stop. Oh god, my life art. Why am I pogging to the side? I hate this. Might be my least favorite scan. This one sucks. That might be the worst scan we've had yet. Still need to send the beat the yacht destroyer one. Still need to scan to beat the yacht. Oh god damn! I can't. Someone clip that. I actually like. I cannot show you guys that fucking scan. It actually looks, on god, like. Okay, to explain. Razu sent me a scan from another streamer. That looks incredibly suspicious to the point where I feel like if I show it on screen, it would be a TOS violation. It straight up looks like my guy is just fucking, my man popped the cork. Into the server. You could probably post it in Monkey's you know, Eldritch Abomination corner, because that is labeled as not safe for work. Yeah, if it's that sus, yeah, no. It is incredibly like it looks so like I actually feel like it would be a TOS violation for me to put it on stream. Why am I being bonked? I've done nothing wrong. I've done nothing to deserve this bonk. What? Why am I being bonked? I don't deserve this. I'm getting double audio on the bonks. Because I literally have not touched audio. Wait, I swear to Christ. Hold up a moment. On everything? Wait, is the bonk just a sound effect? It currently is. I need to figure out a way to make it add something else. Like I need to add an animation, but like I have so much shit I need to work on stream, and I just don't have no fucking free time to work on it. Unless I took like another night off of stream, which I would feel really bad about doing. Oh hey, thanks for the reminder to save. I bugged Twitch maybe? Do you have another were you in one of the like raid groups? Rip being late? Welcome on to Suda. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Thank you for reminding me to save though, Astral, because I have not. Oh, hold up, but this is gonna need to be for March. Also, I need to like label these. Like I need to because I have like I need to label them in order. Like I need to include the number first. No problem, fellow learner of art. I close stream and there's still mobile audio. What? Kasai, what did you do? I'm like scared to consider like ask you what your setup is like then. Hold up. I need to relabel some shit real quick. What is this? Why is Mount St. Helen exploding such a jam? This is the Bill Wirtz effect, yes. I suppose that's fair. There we go. I cue this for the sole reason the background is a mound. I suppose that's fair. That's as good a reason as anything to cue a song. Okay. In other news, want to hear how I woke up everyone in the house at 3 a.m.? What did you do? The streamer, the funny orca bustin' is pretty cool as shiny orca. I think you've. Oh, I was gonna say because I saw it was like discussing orcas, so I'm like, oh, this message must be from Razu, and then I saw the phrase shiny. I'm like, oh, you've activated Kronos. Nope, it was Kronos. It was Kronos that put that in the first place. I dreamed about playing a Hades board game, and I'm bummed that it doesn't exist yet. Oh yeah, no, give it some time. I'm sure it'll be there in no time, honestly. Okay, here's time for me to use some of the like some of the tech I learned. There is a Slay the Spire board game, but so I think the concept does work. I was playing a super hostile map. One of the rules is to die in a fire, and I wound up aggroing a horde of neutral mobs. But I had it under control because I can tower. Things went bad fast. Welcome on, Corvette Bubbles. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Hope stream's going alright. It's going alright so far. I like to think so, at least. How the fuck? The chest should be more heart-shaped because the arm is up. That's a good point. Hmm. Still amazes me the song made into the Sonic game. I never get how the name of the band whose song is playing is meant to be pronounced. Hold up, but okay, now. Okay, hold up. What was that? One OK Rock. Vandalize. How is it supposed to be pronounced? Hello? Hold up. One o'clock with an R in because of Japanese language. Oh my god. That's very silly, but also really funny actually. What was the last song? It was Vandalize by Wanna Rock. One OK Lock. One OK Rock. That's it. My friend has an area of effect spell, and I figured I'd pick off those hordes of the 50 I was gonna take forever, so we accidentally hit the neutral mobs with bows. We retreated past a moat to be safe. They swarmed the moat, so it was ineffective. I locked myself on the balcony after going no no no, and by that point I was cracking into laughter. The more I trusted, the more I broke. What is this? Is this your most recent D&D like campaign story? I'm hold up. I need visual reference for this. God damn it. Fucking. All right, hold up. I'm just going to swear at Google. There we go. That did it for me. Yeah, if you just swear at Google, it removes all the AI generation. How I say it's probably closer to one oak rock. I suppose that's fair. Hmm. I'm not finding a good reference for this, unfortunately. Oh, this is Minecraft? Oh, it's Minecraft. That makes sense. Oh, I see it. I see what you mean more. The word tower for some reason made me think you were playing a MOBA. Okay, I see what you were getting at. The you can't get me tower like for the iron golems. Hmm. The shoulders are in such a weird position with this that I'm just like I don't know how to. In D&D terms, this would be like if you caused a TPK level event, but then survived by letting everyone else perish. Hmm. There we go. Speaking of D&D, I have a session tomorrow. Ooh, nice. Hopefully that's a good time. There we go. Hmm. Pectoral muscles. Why is the biggest pain in the ass? To be fair, every part of the art process is the biggest pain in the ass. There's no like single biggest. It's just like whatever part I'm working on right now is the one that's annoying me the most. Oh, art. This isn't a proper campaign or anything. I'm just glad I made it to my 5th session with one character, but that's basically my first ever party. Interesting.
We're the rats.
Hey Starky. Don't
What's up?
look up, there's a big spider on the ceiling and it looks mean.
I made a mistake. Oh, I made a mistake. Shit, I'm gonna die soon. And if the spider is not allowed to go to the funeral. I mean, I'm surprised your model can even do that. Yeah, I can just look straight up. The model's pretty good at like actually tracking me. It's not necessarily perfect. There are moments where it gets disconnected and starts freaking out, but okay. That wasn't me trying to match the song, but it nothing to fear. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I think I'm making it too wide, which is part of why like it looks really off from the other angle. There we go. But yeah, I was gonna say that apparently D&D has a reputation of let's play a campaign, but you never get past session 3. Oh, for sure. It's either that or the opposite happens, where it's a one shot and then it turns into a 5-game series, or the extreme version where it's, oh yeah, this is a one shot and then it turns into a full force like multi-year campaign. I love this song. I see when I'm feeling anxious about things. Oh, for sure. This is like a great song for like managing anxiety, unironically. Oh God Almighty, Jesus Christ, the fucking horizontal flip. Oh, it's bad. Anyways. Well, that was bad. Moment to think of just flexibility, love, and trust. Thank you. Thank you, Cartoon Network. It's really pog you of you to There we go. Okay. I also think I need to probably bring this peck out just a bit. Starky, welcome to YF. Take that heavy sweet bean. I may or may not experiment with illegal Discord techniques. What do you mean illegal Discord techniques?
Hi. Hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi. Hi. Hi. Hi. Okay, that's significantly better. Welcome on to Feel Good. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I'm currently in the process of causing myself emotional damage with a single button click. The pain! The pain! Anyways. That's an artist joke. I've just activated every artist. If you're no. Oh yeah, I get it. It's to be fair, it's important. Because it actually it does help me spot mistakes. But it does suck. It sucks when I do it.
Where the rat?
What's up, Chris?
I found something in the basement, Starky. It had this weird orange triangle with black triangles in it, and it looks like an elephant's foot. I tried taking a picture of it and my photo came out all fuzzy / also why do I feel funky?
Chris, what I've told you about teleporting yourself to Chernobyl? like methods to archive my DMs in case I have to abandon my account due to missing passwords. Is this related or unrelated to your ability to mass fake fake produce mass identification? Sorry to do that stuff in 3D, but in my case it's just it looks like crap Play-Doh sculpture 96% of the time. Okay, well, I guess we're time looping. For those of you who knew, the time loop is a redeem that dumps me into the core of hell. It plays Coconut Mall, but it never starts. Each end to loop, there's a 1 in 13 chance we escape. If we don't, we go back into the loop for another round. But yeah, no, 3D has to be kind of wild. I have to figure with 3D a lot. Because every time I use, every time I use the symmetry tool, I feel like I'm cheating in 2D. Things that Emerald not seeing you in a hot minute. Yeah, I presumably they've been very, very busy with college, so I appreciate you for hanging out. There you go. I do my 3D sculpting in VR and then 3D print it. That's interesting. I mean, that actually makes a lot of sense because in that way you get a complete view. You're able to at that point it's actually basically just sculpting traditionally. Emerald the Stone Bow. On a completely different note, I wish I prepared more pre-AI sock puppet accounts. Oh, that's a good point. You make an extremely good point, actually. The choice that the loop is Coconut Mall is inspired. To be fair, the video of Coconut Mall, this is the video, this song, because there's actually oh, whatever, but it doesn't start. The Coconut Mall, but it doesn't start one actually drove me mad. And I think a big part of it is because of the fucking dynamics on the kettle drum. If you listen to the kettle drum, the dynamic goes up, up and down. And once you notice it, you can't unnotice it. And it just each time to loop, it just slowly drains your sanity. With VR, you actually get depth perception as you can make it to scale. I usually make minis, so it looks much different life size to mini size. Coconut edging song. You're not necessarily wrong. But yeah. Oh, there we go. We're free now. Also, my favorite thing is taking OCs and scaling them life size. Man, those hips are massive. Tanaka in there makes past the dan 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 dan. But does it sound right? No. But that and the fact because it's a 5-minute video of and you increasing I feel like they subtly increase the volume in a way that makes you feel genuinely mad. And like at the very end, you finally get a release, and it was actually like I actually like had like a oh god, it was like a fucking spell had been broken on me. Like I got nothing bad planned with set accounts, but I have to engage commit. I needed to commit acts of espionage on Discord before. Okay, there's that because like this is. Another one of those emotes on how did they make it to the filter but not upset. Oh, if you're talking about the Oku shake, that's because it was at one point banned. There was a version of it where Oku's ass was in a jockstrap, and that one got banned. And they explained that you have to if you're doing like a twerk emote, they have to be pants on. Actually, on a scale from 1 to 10, how sesame, I could I could meaningfully see you being involved in some kind of like international disaster. I've lived the same 3 hours 4 times in a row. By the time I actually woke up, I knew it was real because I woke up horribly late. I've had that happen to me before, where I was like, I was like, I woke up, I can't how do I like I woke up in my dream, did my morning preparations for school that day, and then woke up in real life and I was late. And I was like, what the I did this already. There we go. My brain was not, it was just a trailer. God. God. That's such a good joke. But none of the footage was official. My brain was not there that day. That's definitely the kind of thing where like it happens to you and you're just like, well, today is not going to be a day of me having any sort of functioning brain capacity, unfortunately. My lawful good alignment is what keeps me in check. Yes, we'll go with that. This is fucking madness. I'm aware that this is madness that I'm inflicting on myself. the like try again. There you go. Starky, can I draw a card from the deck of many things, Starky? Yes, but I'm not helping you if you get the demon one. I don't have a neck. Shit. All right, hold up a moment while I decapitate myself. Er, neck too strong. Bruh. Welcome on, Embryonic. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I'm glad you could join just in time for my self-decapitation. You don't need a neck. Yeah, recapitate yourself. That's the we're doing it. Okay. Okay, there's the back muscle there. Hmm. You're simply attaching yourself to the neck. I mean, to be fair, that is kind of how it goes, right? Soon the month of macro will be here. Welcome on in Steel Wolf. Good to have you, Sweet Bean. Yeah, I'm getting my preparations ready. I'm gonna be on a mountain. Which is really funny, because there's someone I follow on Blue Sky who's made the point that like there is a I think it's called like a celestial parade. Basically, all of the planets are going to be visible in the sky on March 1st. So people are joking, it's like, oh yeah, this, if you want to actually make your macro dreams come true, now's the time.
Wretch, wretch, where the rat.
What is it, Crisp?
This is not a macro, this is a macro.
God damn it. If this macro match piece is a wholesome some macro or whoops my clothes exploded macro, this is gonna be wholesome. I tend to like, for me, I enjoy macro more as like, oh, okay, hold up, I need that having been said, I don't necessarily know if I want to draw the lab coat or not. I do like to imagine the clothes do scale up too, somehow. To be fair, they would be with Starky, because his clothes are technically a part of him. Starky Mountain is real, but with just an E. This just means Starky's technically always naked. One size always fits line of clothing for special macros. Yeah, I definitely imagine if macros were real, we would have a lot of contingencies in place to help manage the nature of them. Just his nanite feathers. I think Starky has nothing in the lab coat. I am goo, so like. Goobird. Starky, point of view, you turn into your Sona overnight. How does your life change? It's pretty fucking substantially, I have to imagine. If I became my Sona, the I would not wait until I hit partner to make an OnlyFans. I would just sing a song as the baritone in this piece. It is very like lovely and soothing. I guess to be fair, like at this angle, you're not really seeing this kind of stuff. Now that I'm actually like, because like working on some part, there's something weird about art where it's almost like there are times where it's like a puzzle where like working on one part can like help you figure out what you're doing wrong in the other. And maybe that's just because like I am actively in the process of learning, where like that is the case for me. Oh, sorry, Kronos. You got hit by the timeout by the timeout of like, you know, it can only handle so many requests at once, so it needs a break at times. Hmm. I keep fucking forgetting to turn on the time lapses. I need someone to yell at me to be like, "Hey, have you turned on the time lapse before I even start a piece?" Because I want to watch my time lapses. I think they're cool, but I keep fucking forgetting to do that. Anyways, so that's my expression of anger at myself. How's y'all's weekends going? Good. I'm glad to hear that. My weekend is going well. Got to level 20 in WoW. Nice. I have no context for WoW, so I don't necessarily know if that's like super impressive or not. To be fair, I actually like I'm still very much in the learning process, but my sketching speed has like gotten substantially better. Finish my pause for my ref sheet? Heck yeah. That's definitely like it's always a big step is to get like that level of, you know. like to like complete another segment of the ref sheet.
Spin!
Welcome on in, Ika. What have you, sweet bean? Can we shout out for Captain Ikarusa? I'm Ika. I am drawing a big burb. I'm drawing a big burb. It's looking. It's got some issues. It's not necessarily looking bad so far, though. I got some stuff I need to fix, but we're still currently in the sketch level. Like, for example, this arm feels too thin. Good progress so far? Yeah. I was actually like just about to mention how like I feel like I'm like making a lot of progress in regards to my sketches of like figuring out the anatomy faster. And like doing like because like this is a pose I've not necessarily done before. In case he comes to town, do a little purr to my pillow for the dirt man, so he won't take me down to his lair deep under the mountain. The ground. That's where he keeps his dirt. Keep a little dirt under my pillow for the dirt man. I need to actually like engage my throat rather than just like fucking half-assing it.
Wretch! Wretch!
What's up, Crisp?
We're the wretch!
Starky/Starky/Starky/ I'll write down on a note that you need to turn on time-lapse, put it on your shirt and give it to your parents so you don't lose it. / don't lose it.
Listen. It's not my intention to lose it every single, or to forget every single time. It just happens. It just happens sometimes, man. Hmm. Starkey, does a mountain relaxation, such calm, very soothing, comfy earth? Okay. I want to say something, Kasai, but it's too real politically. I don't want to expose the chat to that. Listen, we're just doing comfy vibes. How do you know how the world changed if, say, 1% of folk became, say, their persona / any fantasy race, any sci-fi race? Also put spaces between the slashes to make Chris pause. Okay. Okay, I have to remove the, like, lines here. It's looking not bad so far. There's an issue with the pectoral, there's an issue with the other arm. Actually, let me just plug Starky's Discord. Yeah, we got a Discord. If you are so inclined, of course. Hmm. Chill place got a shell for the big bird boss. Yeah, I appreciate that. Because God knows I never shell for myself. What if we remove that? What? Wait, okay. Actually, the pectorals, the biceps would be more closer to the inside. It would almost be like this. I must say, seeing you work on art so inspiring. I struggle so much with the trust in the process. Oh, trust me, I don't trust the process, which is why I go so slow as an artist. And like, I still know that there's issues here. Maybe that's the problem. Is it supposed to be connected to the like a lot of I think a lot of art is just like kind of figuring it out as you go, unfortunately. Welcome on in, Moonbear. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Starky, hope you're having a good night. I'm having a lovely evening. Mainly, I am currently in the process of trying my absolute ding-dang hardest with art. So, you know, I feel yeah, I'm really impressed that you still give it your best. Admittedly, I'm not nearly patient enough to do this. To be fair, like I enjoy the process. I think like because that's the one thing is like I am far away from wanting to take on commissions. At the very least, like if I ever do commissions, it's going to be kind of in the like YCH style because I really do not want to like turn art into a chore. You know, the extra money from doing commissions would be nice, but like I don't want to ruin the artistic process for myself by like turning it into an obligation. I think I see what's wrong here. Something more like that almost. Oh, really fair thing with this thing is the tier subscription for 17 months. It's ready after the emotes, you sweet
17th
bean.
Borb month. Starky 17 Borb, Starky 17 Borb, Starky 17 Borb.
God, it is kind of wild to think about how long I've been streaming, and we're coming up on my 3 years, like 3-year stream anniversary. I need to figure out what I want to do for that. If I want to do anything at all. I'll be honest with you, I'm not the best when it comes to like planning out like long, like, you know, big old stream things. What are your thoughts on the chicken monster in Wilds? I have not seen anything from Wilds, I'm gonna be honest with you. Not a problem, Monster Hunter stream today? Oh, I was like only tangentially paying attention to that. I try my best to be available, but like it's also kind of hard at times. You know? I think part of why this is weird is because like I need to hold up. Can I get the liquefy tool to save me here? I need to like move the breast this down. There we go. What do you use to draw? I require info. So I use CSP as my program, and I'm borrowing a Huion, like an old Huion tablet from one of my friends. Papa Yapslot, he really do. To be fair, that's like also, you know, part of the brand. Wish I had a not potato PC to play Wilds. Okay. There is still an issue here. I'm losing my mind.
We're rats.
What's up, Chris?
We're the rats.
Nay, you seemeth to confuse mine motives with that which I inquired. I had no intention to offend thine self, but merely to comment upon thy patterns of speech. Pray, allow us to set this aside for now, and resolve our issues not in such senseless ways, but in a more civilized fashion.
Chris, are you okay? Listen, I didn't mean to download the entire history of Shakespeare to you, but like, you know, I'm assuming that was a request for assistance. Why the fuck is this arm not looking right? I think I figured it out. I think I might have cracked the code. Well, we're almost there. I need to start looking at other places, otherwise I'm gonna lose my mind. My eyes are oversaturated looking at that one specific part. But also, congrats on getting your midterm done, Cynic. Welcome back. Here's hoping that you did. Here's hoping that you get a good grade. Welcome on in, Jaren. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I'm currently deep in the sauce of trying to figure out what's going wrong here. Lounging in a crater. It's a mountainside. Yeah, so this is me getting ready for Macro March. Also, thank you for shouting out Jaren. Jaren Heck is a spectacular, very sweet bean. Let me know if you want any input for finding that something is wrong. I appreciate it. What about Micro March, Starky? I guess to be fair, like, Macro March is also functionally Micro March. I'm more of a fan of Micro. To be fair with you, like, here's the thing. I thought I was a fan of Micro, and I realized, no, I want to be big. I just want someone else to be, like, significantly bigger. I want to be carried around in a shirt pocket? Yes, but I want to be, like... I want to be carried around in a shirt pocket, but also, like, 15 feet tall. That's my dream. That's my hope, and that's what I'm looking for. Maybe Micro May would be funny. Micro May is actually kind of a thing in its own right. Actually, yeah, being 10 or 11 feet would be tall, and then just having like just being carried around in the pocket, so we can be big without can't have big without small. Exactly. It's like, yeah, but imagine being like, you know, it's like you're 10 or 15 feet tall, but then there's like someone who's 100 feet tall, and they just pick you up and store you in their shirt pocket. Being carried around in someone's shirt pocket, but the other guy's like 15 feet is interesting. Yes, Starkey wanting to be 10 feet tall, but then have the moon carry him around. Listen, you are right. That is my hope and dream. Imagine shirt pocket and the shirt's wearer has nice pecs to boot. It's just a nice tight fit in there. Also, what is this nice music? This is from Arkwright's Fantasia OST, Vastland. I think I'm happy with how this is coming out so far. There we go. I tried playing the game. It's okay if you like bad voice acting, but the music is great. Any significance to the mountainous landscape? Big. It is an indicator of size. It feels like extremely specific and kind of embarrassing to admit. There is one thing about macro that fascinates me. I mean, listen, this isn't like we talk kink here all the time, and you know, no judgment, chat, no judging. Grabs you. Not allowed to judge. To be honest with you, though, like most of my chat is probably like higher on the kink side, which is funny because we also have like a decent number of like not safe for work people and also a decent number of like, you know, heterotypically straight people. Mountain ranges make great lounges. This is a safe space. Exactly. What happens if you sleep on a really big guy's chest? Macro equals supremely amazing grand scale cuddling. That's where I'm coming from. To be fair, like, you know, sleeping on a guy's chest does seem very appealing to me personally. There we go. Depends on the snoring status. That's also a good point. Macro snoring is kind of that. Yeah, like that's kind of that would be a significant problem. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. Starky likes size play. I'm 6'8". Of course I like size play. I'll be honest with you. I feel like anyone who's extremely tall or extremely short loves the idea of being the other thing for a bit. Wait, can anyone confirm that Starky IRL is tall? Because I'm 5'3" and can confirm that it doesn't take much to be a big guy from my perspective. I'm 6'8". Multiple people can confirm this, as I have been spotted in real life at conventions. But other categories, I do like to suffer. It's true, I'm jealous. Jimby Christmas Starky's nearly macro IRL. There's a reason that the first time I went to MFF, which was like MFF 22, one of my friends was like, "You have to go to the macro micro meetup." Can you confirm very handsome? Wait, I mean tall. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm so sorry for how much undusted tops of surfaces you have to see. That's also, like, unironically, that is actually a very frequent occurrence. I want to headcount of folk who somewhat enjoy suffering in here. I have to imagine there's a pretty reasonable percentage of masochists in here. Define suffering. There we go. I was thinking about how macro guys have big hearts and maybe they can, like, knock against you when you're sleeping on their chest. To be fair, like, the major driver of, like, chest size expansion and compression is breathing, so... The heart is quite loud. Clicky little ticker in there. I suppose that's fair. It's true, maybe the movement there wouldn't be much compared to the breathing. Then... I'm not a masochist, but I'll play League if asked. Those are functionally the same thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. One thing I do like about learning against big men is hearing their voice kind of muffled and bassy. Yeah, bone conduction. I think is something kind of doing it. That's something else, but it's a similar idea. Little players have Stockholm syndrome. I sometimes genuinely wonder if they actually do. I'll be honest. There's times where I'm just like, y'all, this is very clearly you are not having a good time with this. Why are you still playing?
What does this button do? Please,
Oh, sorry, Real. How dare you press the button?
button. You have no idea what it...
Back by unpopular
No,
demand.
Kermit.
Me.
Me. Kermit the Frog here. Back by unpopular demand. Me. I actually have no idea if that's a good or bad Kermit. I imagine it's probably a not great Kermit. Oh, by the way, Starky, what's up? I've learned that Monster Hunter Wilds is crossplay. Interesting. How much longer are you going? Oh shit, me. Fuck, I did. Okay. The queue is not necessarily so long. I think I'm probably closing the queue out now. Read this song that was added to the queue. FNAF Kids song animation. All right, disabling requests. The voice actor for Ben did a very good job in selling the soft-spoken big bear that he is. The voice actor for Ben Bigger is actually, like, he streams on Twitch. Okay, so we have 2, 5, 8, 12, 16, 20, 23, 24-ish. Okay, so we're a little bit over time. Oh no, it features Matt Pat. Oh god. Oh, wait a fucking minute. I feel like we've had this song in the queue before. Okay. I want to say it wasn't that bad, even though it did feature Matthew Pathew. And yes, I insist on calling him that. It was a good song? Okay. You better not be lying to me, Kasai, or else it's to the chopping block for you. Who's Matt Pat? I've lived under a rock for most of my life, to be honest. He's the guy who started the Game Theories channel, and who's been I feel like I don't necessarily know that there's been any explicit like drama associating him, but I always feel like there's just always something suspicious about him. Okay, I do know who that is. It's one of those things where it's like, I was gonna sus 5 too. It's one of those things where it's like I couldn't tell you why. It's just it's the same energy I got from like Mr. Beast, where I'm like, something about this feels wrong. And then it turned out Mr. Beast was a huge piece of shit. So like that one was validated. So I'm always like, I don't know about this one. But my problem is that view essays were full of pick and choose facts and science, and they take an authoritative stance on media speculation, and then the millions of fans without critical thinking skills, kids, paired as a fact. That's definitely, I think that's like actually a very valid frustration to have with it. Because he didn't. I think the moment where I'm like, okay, this is bullshit, is where he did a series of like, oh, is this or that better? And then like, put himself like, I can't remember, like the idea was like, oh, viewers can vote for whatever they think is like the better of the two based off of the information provided. Except he would always choose things that like were known like they were known entities. So it's like, okay, congratulations, you've just made up literally a popularity contest. Game theory is never meant to be objective, and people never got the memo. It's just really annoying that's so pervasive in young folk. Media literacy is tanking. Oh, absolutely. Trust me. That's a frustration I've had for the longest fucking time. And it was just one of those things where it's like such a blatant, like, for me, the very blatant, like, oh, hey, this is quite literally just like a media, like, this is just quite literally like a popularity contest, was where I was like, I don't know, I'm out. You can't cure stupid. We quite literally can, and to be honest with you, we kind of need to. The big problem is that the stupid people don't realize they're stupid. And are thus incredibly fucking frustrating to deal with. Which is why at this point, I think it's more about damage mitigation and to let just the stupid people suffer to their own stupidity and try to take care of the people we can. My Pat is a really smart fellow, but game theory and the film theory kind of lost me. Yeah, she's definitely a business person. Oh, for sure. It's one of those things where it's like, I'm not necessarily saying that it will happen, but if 4 or 5 years down the road, there's like some huge controversy about him, like I wouldn't be surprised. That does not mean that like I genuinely believe that. It's more just like, I'm not necessarily going to be caught off guard if it turns out that like, He did have a controversy over Heartbound. What is Heartbound? The vibes were off and you don't owe an explanation to anyone? Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at with that. Sounds like it was a minor enough controversy to not qualify. Yeah. I do remember the sans equals ness controversy, which was, I think, at the first moment where it became very apparent that he didn't actually give a shit about doing proper research. Giving the Pope Undertale is a bigger controversy. Oh wait, that's right. Hold up. I might remember something. Wasn't there like a story about him like crunching and underpaying his writers? Because like that was his excuse for why the sans equals ness thing, and then like in classic YouTube fashion, it got completely brushed over because no one actually cares about creatives. Pirate Software RPG, Matt Pat chucked it up to an Earthbound ROM hack and blamed his team for the bad crediting issues. Poor fucking Pirate Software, man. The dude's the dude has like been involved in multiple instances of just dumb bullshit recently. I'm glad he's like, not letting it get to him, but goddamn. Speaking of the Pope. Oh yeah, that's right. Isn't there like, didn't the Pope have like a health scare recently? I'm not necessarily the most up to date on Roman Catholic stuff. More than a scare now. Oh, is he like actually in the hospital? did he pass? Which is kind of a shame because like he was not perfect. Oh, he did? Oh shit. No, still alive? Okay, perfect. Not perfect, but like better than my presumption. Things are not looking good. It makes me sad because like as far as popes go, he is like actually one of the more legitimate ones who actually like backs up the shit he says with good behavior and good beliefs. I really hope he pulls through. Yep, to being in the hospital level care. Crazy. We have seen a good we've been on good behavior stream, like no cursed ass songs. We're about to run our last set of 3-minute ads. We run those every hour to turn off pre-rolls so people don't immediately have to deal with Jeffrey Bezos' bullshit, which is called advertisements. How does this look in its totality? The knee needs fixing. The pec, it's kind of hard to tell because the pec's doing some weird. Imagine a world without people like Jeff Bezos. Hold up, I've got the sound effect just for this. Also, I got a better sound effect. Why is it so quiet? Why is the Russian anthem so fucking quiet compared to the clapping? More like Jeff Beelzebub. It would be closer to Jeff Mammon. Because I believe Mammon was the one that is the devil that's traditionally associated with greed. It is kind of fascinating, like, I know so much, like, because, like, I do consider myself, like, a non-denominational Christian, but I do know enough about, like, Christian, like, lore that just about any, like, there's very few people where I'm just like, yeah, like, I could vibe check the fuck out of you and reveal you to be the absolute fraud that you are, because you don't actually know anything about your beliefs. I second the Mammon thing. Yeah. Ad jail. Send them to ad prison. Like, the thing is, like, I don't really have, like, because, like, I actively go out of my way to avoid interacting with shitty people. Or at the very least, avoid being in contexts where, like, I have to, like, vibe check someone. But it's not necessarily hard. Because there's a lot of shit about, like, Christianity that's, like, actually, like, you would think is counterintuitive. Like, for example, Jesus actually spoke extremely highly of atheists. Like, because he was asked, like, why do atheists exist if, you know, like, you know, God gave us free will, but why does he allow the atheists to you know, exist? He could just smite them all. Back I got advertised something that ended with not approved by the FDA. That was the only thing I took away from that ad. Sniff test. But yeah, like, Jesus was like, yeah, atheists exist to show us how we're supposed to behave. Because atheists are like, atheists do not believe in a God that will do things if they pray to him. They know that if something has to get done, they have to do it themselves. He was literally like, atheists are here to show us how we're supposed to behave. I'm an atheist, but I love studying medieval Christianity. Beelzebub also works because gluttony means wanting more than you need, which fits perfectly for rich people who take more money. Because it's so different in a full culture. Oh, for like actual Christianity, as per the Bible, is fascinating. Like, genuinely so interesting. Isn't that something like a 20th century writer made up? I believe it's actually cited in the Bible itself. Like, that is literally one of Jesus's teachings. Or it wouldn't. I could believe that it would be like a it would be like the early teachings of like someone, you know, in the church. And even medieval Christians are 1,300 years removed from the events it talks about. Oh, for sure. Like, Christianity is genuinely fascinating. It just is also used to justify incredible evils. So at this point, there's more speculation going on about on and being written into canon. It's like the comparative mythologists who have to like interact with Christianity probably have so much shit they gotta like, you know, Like the history of Christianity is so complicated that it's like, okay, where does XYZ idea come from? There's like the origin of Saturnalia, which was originally a fertility festival to Astarte. And then they're like, oh, hey, we have fertility festival. It's called Easter. You know, I don't get why the internet decides to dogpile the subject of internet drama with fake drama. It really distracts from the point. I'm glad I can be in a place where I can discuss like things like this without judgment. We try to keep it light here. Occasionally we do broach heavier topics, but like by and large, I tend to be of the opinion that like, you know, there is actually fascinating stuff in the world that just is incidentally co-opted by dipshits, and I want to talk about it. As long as everyone's respectful, then hey, we can talk about it. That having been said, there's also times where I'm like, no. There is no way this conversation can go well. I'm not allowed. I'm supposed to be participating. Exactly. When everyone participates in good faith, actual conversation between people is fascinating. It's just that it's like these conversations are so tainted by like a bad faith arguments that it's like, okay, you know. There we go. Speaking of religion, folks seem to be forgetting how having a love thy neighbor attitude. That's because, like, again, it's one of those things that got horribly butchered by the translation. Because neighbor doesn't really translate correctly. The closest translation to, like, the concept of the biblical neighbor is anyone who is in your life, even in the smallest degree. But, like, because it actually is a word that has, like, a literal denotation, and that denotation does not include the people who claim themselves as Christians don't like. They can just be like, oh, it's fine. I still love my neighbor. My neighbor is great. But they're, you know. Thanks, KG. Yeah, fucking King James, the god piece of shit. I fucking hate that version of the Bible. I thought it was basically a metaphor. No, it is a word with a very specific meaning that just doesn't get discussed. It's one of those things where it's like it like largely should have been like implied by like nature of. Hold up, how the fuck does the head attach here? The infallibility of the Bible, principle of the Bible being applied to old translations, leading to people rejecting more correct translations as language changed, and also as literacy increased. Oh, for sure. Well, you'd assume that they would understand what a metaphor is. Fair point, actually. A retranslation morphing of an advanced isn't the entire reason why the new King James Bible was made a retranslation morphing of advances in translation. Yes, but the problem is it is a retranslation based off of the ideas that were written in the King James Bible, which are unfortunately like disprovable by other more accurate translations. It's one of those things where it's like, how do I describe it? It's like, oh, you know, it's like okay, so you know kobolds, like in Japanese, how like in America and like Europe, they're considered like little creatures. I personally don't really refer to it. Like in America and like Europe, kobolds are usually seen as like scaly lizard creatures. And in Japan, because of a translation error, kobolds became more dog-like. It's kind of the same thing. It's like where they keep the dog-like, they're like we affectionately refer to them as dogbolds because like that is kind of the like the common understanding of what a kobold is in Japan. But also, like, you know, it's not necessarily true to form. Like if we see a dogbold in anime, we know it's supposed to be a scaly like kobold, but You know, it still carries forth that like mistaken translation. My mom said the Bible and the place women have, and in reference to the King James Bible, and I'm like, that translation's kind of skewed. Oh, absolutely. You're telling me you're telling me a very old British king hated women? No. I'm shocked. See how shocked I am? So shocked. She got her also got her friend to back her up. That's, to be fair, at that point you can hit him with the like, well, you're you could hit him with the Uno reverse card, so like, I don't value your congratulations. I don't have to value your opinion. No, but unironically, like that's, you know. Me forgetting I'm supposed to be doing laundry right now. To be fair, like it's fascinating conversation does a lot of, you know. There we go. How is this looking? I also have a doctor's appointment this afternoon, lol, in 6 hours. Time zones are wild, man. Because it's like 9 p.m. here. So I'm like, how's this looking, though? I'm like not seeing any like immediate and outstanding issues. The pecs are still a little weird, but like the body and like it's a minor thing. It's 10 a.m. here. Oh, so you're probably somewhere, you know, it's basically I always think it's kind of cool to like try and guess where someone is based off like, you know, what time zone they are in, but also 10 a.m. would probably put you somewhere. Let's see, that puts you 13 hours ahead. So that would put you probably like Japan, maybe Australia. I could also see like the Philippines. But at least she explains in evolution, except in humans, trying to explain genetics to her. Oh my god. Be right back, I'll be lurking and watching. We need to help someone. All good. Thank you for hanging out, you sweet bean. We'll probably be wrapping up soonish if I had to guess, because we have the queue is currently what's holding me. I'm trapped. I'm trapped by the queue. No, but and then currently we got yeah, we got like a little bit over 5 minutes. I'm looking. Okay, I can probably start working on. But yeah, no, like it. People can just be frustrating at times. I think is like the biggest takeaway. You gotta just do what you can to deal with, like, to put up with people sometimes. Hope everyone's been a great weekend. Also, I found out something. The $20 sleeping pill work well when I take 4 of them. That's concerning. Reads that Skype will permanently go down and made to be replaced with Teams. I'm not surprised. To be honest with you, I'm surprised Skype still existed. That's the thing that surprised me. There we go. Yeah, it's just gonna be gonna be a piece of my past rightfully lost to time. Yeah, I'm like it. To be fair, it's one of those sad things where it's like it's always sad to see it go. Because like I did use it as a kid in high school. But around the time I get college was when Discord came out. It's like, well, this is just better for every purpose. I actually, like, after using Discord for like a couple of years, there was a time where like Discord wasn't working, so we're like, let's try Skype, and I actually, the audio quality of like Skype had so significantly deteriorated that I was like, nah. And I feel like the cycle is restarting. Oh, for sure. Something new will come out because Discord's actively in the process of making itself shitty, and then we'll move there, and then Discord will die, and then I'll be like, ah. I'm gonna try and poke you earlier, but I feel like I was feeling kind of bled today. Understandable. There we go. Should I make a mono white Super Friends deck? That could actually be like a lot of fun to play, but also the problem with Super Friends is you just make yourself a constant target. I've never been someone who's like I've wanted to build a Super Friends deck, but I'm also just like, I don't know, man. It just seems like a great way to make yourself a constant target. Welcome on, Oceano. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean.
No.
Welcome on, Big Brand. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Glad y'all could join, even though we're gonna be wrapping up after this song. But yeah, we're currently in the process of doing a thing for Macro March. I'm getting ready, and honestly, I think it's turning out pretty well, all things considered. Am I actually like, am I learning how to do art? No, like, what about me playing cards that can be game enders and using the Moogle to give them to opponents? Okay, that's actually kind of adorable. Super late. Listen, you made it. You made it in time. Right in time. Right before the time was up. So congrats on maintaining your streak. That's pretty cool. But yeah, let me go and go to the outro. Hit this with a save, get the outro playlist going, and see us live. Why is my body so like, my body's like trying to reject reality. I don't know why. Darn, worked over. Yeah, I went a little bit over time, but you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed just kind of hanging out. Don't kill me. They have Aetherflux. It's just make your card someone else's problem. We get right into, I see, Foxy Brands live. Let's see who was live. Gods. I was hanging out in Pure Xerx's stream earlier because he was playing Factorio, and I was like, factory game. The serotonin. Let's see. There's a lot of people live tonight. Good lord. I guess it is like Friday, so. Let's say Catbroker pen tablet. So she's drawing with a mouse. Oh, she's okay. She's playing Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver. I'm the fucking worst about finding raid targets. I suck at this. Help. Who do I raid? We could raid Lunar. Lunar's. Oh wait, no. Hold up a moment. I know who we're raiding. We're raiding Carl. It's Carl's birthday. All right. It is Carl's birthday, so we're raiding into the Kobold. The joke about like, oh, year level whatever. I don't know what level he is now. Basically, being year level, being like how many years old you are. If you were following or if you're subscribed, feel free to use that version of the emote or that version of the raid message. I'm currently Losing my mind is is the answer. But yeah, use my emotes if you have them. Otherwise, feel free to use the emoji version, or if you have someone else's emotes, feel free to use those. Start right over to Carl. Make sure I get the right numbers. Is that correct? Perfect. Anyways, if you're new here, I'm StarkyMorph, Big Gay Chaos Curly Internet. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. EST. Mostly I play indie games. However, every biscuities. God, what's with my brain tonight? Good God. Anyways, I have a blue sky if you'd like to stay up to date with the stream, including when I'll be going live, as well as to see art that I make, art that I get commissioned, general ramblings, food pictures, which I need to be better about taking. Also just like repost of art that I do enjoy. So if you follow me, you might see big chunky men. So expect that. I have a YouTube thing that cat biscuit. Yes, my favorite my favorite auditory artist, Limp Biscuit. Anyways, I got a YouTube if you'd like to catch up on the VODs there, see what we've done up to. As Kasai has pointed out, there's also the Discord if you'd like to hop in there, say hi to all the Sweet Beans, see the Crush Content Sweet Beans post. Also, it'll let you know when I'm going live. In the club, we are all bored. That meme died real hard when it came out. The lady who said it was like super racist. Oh no! And no wonder he's limp. He's limp from the stroke he had. Anyways, I also have YouTube if you'd like to catch up on the VODs there, see what we've been up to. But yeah, I'm gonna send you all over to Carl. It's Carl's birthday, so go send Carl happy sweet